Hello, my name is George the Gooper, and oh my gosh, I bought way too much GooJitZu figures. Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We've made it. It's the end line of GooJitZu Series 2. It's been a wild ride, really. And I know that these figures have been getting a lot of views, so make sure to check out our other videos. And if you recommend a review, just subscribe and comment, and you can recommend a review and I will review it and I will give you a shout out if you stay subscribed by the time there is, because I've seen some people that ask for a review. I start doing it and halfway through I realize that they are not subscribed anymore. So if you don't uphold your part of the deal, I won't uphold mine, okay? Okay? Good. Alright then, so GooJitZu Series 2. It's been a wild ride with lots of stretch slams and lots of fun. So this video is meant as more as just to show you all of Series 2 and just give you my thoughts and some behind the scenes of what went on during the video. So let's start off with the first one. So first off, we have Redback right here. This personally is one of my favorite figures, and it was one of the very few I started to review. This guy was very good. Again, just basic GooJitZu packaging out there. I mean, if you already saw the review, there's going to be a link in the description for a GooJitZu playlist. So yeah, overall this figure, I liked it very much. And the guy that also came with him in that review was this version of Blazigon version 2. Again, very good, cool figure. But I feel like he was reused a bit too much, and the fact that they were reusing his mold for the 2-pack was a bit bad. And by the time that I was making this review, there was no Saturday morning stretch slam or anything like that. It was more just a line review. That's what this was supposed to be, because for my first GooJitZu video, it was just a line review because I wasn't going to buy the entire series. But then I saw how well the reception was, so I maybe wanted to update the content a little bit, maybe make it a bit more kid-friendly. Although I know this channel isn't made for kids, really, I kind of wanted to make sure how much kids would be into the Saturday morning stretch slam stuff. I try to provide a more analytical sense to these videos, unlike a lot of other videos just that are directed towards kids. I try to show them like toys of the past, so maybe they could get into that, you know. Yeah, so yeah, as I said before, I try to make a more analytical point with these videos, because the content that's coming out today doesn't really sound that, you know, it's not that really good. So I try to provide like something that's kind of, you know, kid friendly, but also analytical and just judgmental about the figures, try to see the actual design of the figures, and maybe try to get them into some of the vintage stuff, which I do review, by the way. Here we have Gigantatusk. This is actually the guy that started the Saturday morning stretch slam series. The first Saturday morning stretch slam didn't get that well of a reception, but that was fine. This was the one that started it all, the Saturday morning stretch slam. You either love it or you hate it. As for these figures, I know there are some adults that collect them, and so a lot of like the children are the main market audience. But you know, I think Gigantatusk was an overall pretty good figure. I didn't like the marble, like the marbles inside, like the sort of balls inside. It kind of felt weird, and I actually somehow punctured this guy. I don't know how, but it was like I was filming inside of the actual like sink, and then I don't know what happened, but somehow water entered into the figure, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, it still looks kind of good in the packaging. So this video also changed a lot in my format of GooJitZu videos. What happened is that 1, I added the Saturday morning stretch slam, and 2, I made the announcements at the beginning of the video, which were to recommend. I decided that I would now let my content be based around what people recommended. So I guess that was a pretty overall good decision. So you get to see what you want, and I get to do what I want to do when you don't recommend. So that's actually a pretty good deal. On to the next figure. And here we have Thrash, the Series 2 version. And I was actually quite glad to get this figure. This is probably one of the most well-received GooJitZu reviews, and it's probably because I had the version 1 of Thrash versus the version 2 of Thrash, and that is probably what intrigued the viewers the most. And yeah, that was pretty much why I was actually thinking of that idea for a long time. But one thing I'm sad about is that I didn't do it with the Blazigon, because again, I was originally intending for Blazigon and Redback to be the line review. But no, I decided to continue the GooJitZu reviews since they had such a good reception. But again, thank you so much for giving me, what are we, close to like, we're already like at 4K views. Oh my gosh, the GooJitZu reviews have boosted me so much in subscriber count. I think, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for watching them. And without you, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And next up, we have the Golden Pantaro and Badax 2-pack. This is actually the first recommendation I took from my boy Homestuck Awesome Parodies. Thank you for recommending that and being a regular on this channel. So I actually got his recommendation from the Thrash review, and this 2-pack, I gotta say, I didn't like it as much, but when I opened it and actually reviewed it, I decided that this was the more superior 2-pack, because I thought the Blazigon versus Rockjaw was pretty good, but then I noticed that it wasn't as good as, you know, this 2-pack. I don't know why, I just had way more fun making this video than I did the other one. Probably because I actually like tried to make it somewhat cinematic, but the Blazigon versus Rockjaw 2-pack is okay, but I'd say this is probably one of the best packs in the entire GooJitZu line. And next up we have Reptar right here. This is also another one I took from a recommendation. Thank you very much, Blake. And so yeah, that guy I took from the recommendation, overall not as good as the Thrash figure. It seems as if the double rubber does kind of affect the actual like feel texture of the actual GooJitZu figures, but his design, Reptar's design, is really cool. I would like to see it made into like an actual action figure instead of, you know, a stretchy toy. The next review would eventually be the Pantaro Hero Pack, but the problem is that this was one of the last figures I found, and also at that time, GooJitZu was getting kind of repetitive for me. Like, I did 3 GooJitZus in consecutive, not including the Marvel reviews. It was just a bit too, like, it was getting too excessive for me, so I decided to take a break of GooJitZu and just focus on some other more reviews that I would like to do for the channel, and I thought they turned out pretty good. But then we went on to Pantaro, and what a way to come back to GooJitZu. I mean, this review probably is doing really good right now, and probably because I had the Series 1 Pantaro versus the Series 2 Pantaro, so that probably worked out really well. I expected it to repeat the success of the Thrash versus Thrash review, so yeah, now it's doing pretty good, and I'd assume so because it's Pantaro versus Pantaro, and apparently that's what gets you the clicks nowadays. And of course, we all know what's coming. It's Hydra. I gotta be very careful with this guy. But yeah, here, let me tell you how I found this guy. I actually was not looking for Hydra. I was actually looking for the Venom little squishers that you could squeeze their head and like slime would come out. I did a review on those. That turned out really fun. I thought it would turn out really fun. But then the person I always had that always came to Walmart with me, you know, to do some toy hunting, always look at the toy aisle. He actually found the Hydra. He's like, yo, there's a Hydra figure here. I knew you'd be interested. We just like had this little celebration mid Walmart. We just were so surprised to find him. Like, every time we went to Walmart, like every other day we would go to Walmart to see if we would find the Hydra or we could find anything to review. I don't know how we found him, and I'm not gonna open him, as I said in my review, because it is worth way too much, and I feel like taking it out of the packaging would devalue it so much. So I'm really happy that this guy is in my collection, and again, I will not open him. If you find one, you open it, but as for me, I'm not. And finally, we have the big finale to it all, the Blazigon versus Rockjaw 2-pack. Again, kind of disappointing, but the Rockjaw figure was really good. I mean, there's not much to say. I just did a review on it. I don't really have anything to say besides I kind of wanted to make a big end, but I kind of didn't have the time, so I did with the most I could, and I hope you guys liked it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the exclusive Golden Blazigon and Rock Chop pack. Really good figure, by the way. Well, and that's it. That's GooJitZu Series 2. Is it worth the money? Yeah, if you're a GooJitZu collector, if you're gonna get any particular piece, I'd say either get the Hydra, of course, Redback, Reptar, or the 2-pack of Pantaro versus Badax. So, Series 2, pretty good series overall. A lot of better designs than the first series. A lot more durable toys, a lot more better toys. So yeah, Series 2, get it if that's the thing you're into. Series 3 is looking great. I like the dinosaurs aspect of it. I love the chomping head feature, so maybe if you recommend it, I'll get some and I'll review some for you guys. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Like, comment, share, do all the things that you gotta do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.